Hey, you need to check this out. Gets me every time. Believe it or not, this thing has a purpose. This is a macro lens, and not just any macro lens, but a high quality macro lens that takes beautiful pictures. And it's actually a budget lens. This is one of the cheapest macro lenses you can buy, a true macro lens for your camera. It's actually on sale right now, and we'll talk about that in a minute. That fact alone makes it worth buying, but we need to talk about this unique feature because I've never seen it on a macro lens before. So what's happening here is when the lens is focused to infinity or to a faraway subject, it looks pretty normal. But as soon as you start focusing closer or all the way to 1:1 magnification, which is the closest you can focus it, then the inside of the lens juts out like this in a way that I've never seen before. This actually took me by surprise because if you look on a website like B&H Photo to buy this lens, they never show a photo of it like this. I actually got this lens from 7Artisans for a review. And when I first used it and this happened, I went back to their website, scrolled down a little bit, and sure enough, they do have a picture of it like this and they explain what it's for. And it's kind of weird. They say that this is so that you can take the tip of the lens, stick it into the water, and take pictures, macro pictures underwater, which is kind of weird. So of course we got to try it. I swear I'm not making this up. This is how 7Artisans advertise this on their website. I have here a glass of water and then a little coin, and we're going to do some underwater coin photography. So we'll just we'll go like this. Here we are. We just barely breached the surface of the water. For dramatic effect, I will add more water because we really want to know if this works as advertised. Okay, so I'll be honest, I don't totally know what we're trying to achieve here. And how that works without breaking the lens is that this is actually a removable hood on the front here. And so as you can see, the actual lens itself with the elements only juts out a little bit when you're focused all the way to 1:1. Still a little bit, but not that much. The rest of it is just a hollow metal lens hood that sticks on here. But, oh, oops. Now I mentioned it's a true 1:1 magnification macro lens, and that's actually awesome because most consumer macro lenses that advertise as macro aren't anywhere close to that magnification. And I'm just loving this lens. It's sharp all around, whether you're shooting wide open at f2.8 or stop down, whether you're focusing very close to a subject at that 1:1 ratio or at infinity for some landscape or environmental type shots. On APS-C, it's about a 90mm equivalent focal length. So it is that further distance, but that makes it a really great portrait lens as well and gives you some nice working distance when you're shooting macro. So that works really well. The body and design, it feels very well built and it's nicely weighted equally across the body. So it's a little bit heavy on my XT1, which is such a small body, but I think it actually balances pretty well. It's not the worst lens I've used in that regard. Honestly, it's hard to find anything bad to say about this lens. The price is awesome, and then the optical quality is on par with some of the better macros I've used. So it just kind of makes sense. If I had to get really nitpicky, I really wish they would stop doing these declicked apertures. I really prefer clicked apertures. I'm not really sure if that saves money or if people really do prefer this. Let me know if you prefer declicked, because I don't. And then this is another really little thing, but it does make some noise as you focus in and out as those elements move. I don't know if you can hear it. Anyway, so small thing, but kind of annoying. Otherwise, the build quality actually does feel really solid all around. Now, there is a second version of this lens for sale out there for a little bit more money, but it just seems like it has an upgraded body. The aperture ring is switched with the focus ring, and I don't think it juts out quite like this. And this optically is fantastic anyway. So in my mind, you can just save the money and do this. Use this lens even if you never used the nose. This isn't the only great affordable lens for mirrorless cameras right now. I've actually been trying out a bunch, and I put all of my reviews into a playlist for you to check out. There's some awesome lenses in there. So I'll see you over in those videos, and until next time, as always, happy snapping.